Hello, today I'll be reviewing the new album from Metallica, 72 Seasons, an album that I was definitely looking forward to. Of course, this is their follow-up to their album Hardwired to Self-Destruct. Definitely been a while since we've gotten new material, so definitely really awesome that we finally got a new Metallica album. But yeah, let's go ahead and dive into it. Of course, the album starts off with the title track, which was also the fourth single, and that is 72 Seasons, the title track. And of the singles, this one is easily my favorite by far. I think with this song, you get a decent mix of the more mid-tempo Metallica and the more thrashy Metallica. You have the verses that are a bit more mid-tempo, and then they bring the speed back and the chorus. And for me, this song might have one of my favorite choruses on the album. And all around, pretty killer song. The song is around 7.5 minutes long, and at least for me personally, I feel like the song does enough to keep you invested through the whole 7+ minutes. And yeah, overall, easily one of my favorite songs on the album, and I think James also sounds pretty great in this song. And I think he also sounds pretty great throughout the whole album. But next song on here is Shadows Follow, and this song definitely feels like something you'd hear from the last album or the previous album, Hardwired to Self-Destruct, and this song is on the more mid-tempo side of things. But there are moments in this song that definitely stand out to me, such as the Sabbathy riffs around the minute and 45 seconds mark, and rhythmically I like what they're doing around the 3 minutes and 20 seconds mark. And I also kind of dig the chorus too, especially James's vocals in the chorus. But yeah, Shadows Follow, another pretty solid song on the album. But now we'll be moving on to Screaming Suicide, which was the second single. And this song to me, especially after my first listen, it kind of feels like the Moth into Flame of the album, or the Moth into Flame of 72 Seasons. And lyrically, the song deals with the darkness that we have inside and how important it is to reach out and speak to other people about suicidal thoughts or negative thoughts or anything like that. Basically themes like that. But Screaming Suicide, overall, another pretty good song on the album. This might actually be my second favorite of the singles, actually. Of course, the title track is my favorite, but this one might be my second favorite. But either way, another pretty solid song on the album. But next we'll be moving to Sleepwalk, My Life Away, and kind of like with Shadows Follow, this is another song to me that kind of sounds like more of what we heard from Hardwired. But with that said, I think it's another fairly solid song on the album. Now, it's like a hair under 7 minutes long, and do I feel that it earns this song length? Yes and no. I feel like if you shaved off like a minute or a minute and a half or so from this song, I feel like the song would have had a greater impact. But with that said, overall, I still think it's another fairly good song on the album. I do think this song might have one of my favorite solos on the album. Maybe nothing too complicated or crazy, but still, I do enjoy the solo in this song. And I also dig those doomy, heavy riffs around the 5-second mark, or the 5-minute second mark. Yeah. Yeah, Sleepwalk My Life Away overall, another fairly solid song. Again, could have been a bit shorter, but either way, still a solid song. Moving on, we'll be moving to You Must Burn, and the riffs that open up this song kind of reminded me of Corrosion of Conformity a little bit. It kind of sounds like something Pepper would play, maybe. At least that's the vibe that I got from those opening guitar riffs. But also, you move into the verses where you get these riffs that have some nice weight to them, and these riffs kind of reminded me of Sad But True a little bit. I'm not sure if I'm going to be the only one that hears it, but either way, that's what I heard. But either way, I did like the weight and the heaviness of the riffs in the verses. And overall, I did enjoy the chorus. But yeah, this is another song that's around 7 minutes long on the album. And do I feel like it needs to be 7 minutes? Again, yes and no. Shave off maybe a minute or a minute and a half, and then the song could have been maybe a little bit stronger. But still, either way, You Must Burn, another song that I'm digging so far. Moving on to Lux Eterna, which was the first single, and this is, if I remember correctly, the shortest song on the album. And yeah, it definitely has a classic heavy metal feel to it. It also delivers the speed, or the thrash, however you want to put it, in this song. Fairly basic chorus, but I do like it though. I do feel like the solo in Lux Eterna is a bit underwhelming, at least compared to past solos that we've gotten from Kirk. I feel like the solo is a tad underwhelming and not a whole lot to write home about, but not terrible. I know some people have said that it's straight up bad or not great or anything like that, but for me, I wouldn't say it's bad. Just kind of just so-so to just decent. But Lux Eterna, fairly solid song. Not a bad choice for a single, I'd say. But moving on, we'll be moving to Crown of Barbed Wire, and this song to me kind of feels like a mix between the Load/Reload era and Hardwired, and overall not a bad song. I do like James's vocals in this song especially. But then we're moving on to Chasing Light, and this song brings back the speed/thrash, and this is a song, especially during my first listen, I could definitely see this song going well live. I could see this song definitely getting the crowd hyped. At least that's the vibe that I got with this song. And overall, maybe one of the most energetic songs on the album. I don't know if I'd call it a straight up thrash metal song, but either way, fairly fun, energetic song. And yeah, I'm digging it so far. But the next song on the album is If Darkness Had a Sun. And I don't know. I mean, when the song came out, I liked it, but I didn't love it. And my thoughts on this song, when it first came out compared to now, not a whole lot has really changed. For all, I like this song. With the verses after the Temptation part, it kind of reminds me of Load and Reload, especially the vocals. And I like the chorus, don't love it, kind of just decent/okay to me. For me, not a song that I love, but I do like it though. Probably not one of my favorites on the album, but again, I do like the song. But moving on to track number 10, Too Far Gone. And with this song, I believe, if I'm thinking of the right song, this is the song where the riffs that are leading up into the first verse, yeah, I believe it is this song. The riffs that are leading up into the first verse of the song kind of reminded me of No Remorse from Kill 'Em All a little bit. Not sure if I'm going to be the only one that hears that a little bit, but for me, I kind of heard No Remorse in there. But we also have the chorus of the song that might be maybe one of the catchiest choruses on the album. With that said, this is one of the shorter songs on the album, but at the same time, probably not one of my favorites on the album, but I do like the song though. Overall, another solid song on here. I wouldn't really consider any of the songs on here straight up bad. But then we have Room of Mirrors, and this is another song on the album that definitely brings back the speed, and kind of like with Chasing Light, I can see this song going well live and definitely getting the crowd hyped. Another fairly solid song on the album. But now we're moving to finally the album closer, Inamorata. Hopefully I pronounced that correctly. If not, feel free to correct me in the comment section below. But yeah, this is the epic song on the album, and this was a song that personally really wowed me. I'm not really quite sure at the moment how I want to describe why I like this song so much. This is easily one of my favorite songs on the album. I mean, now with this song, I wouldn't say this is not one of the more thrashy songs on the album. This song to me kind of feels like a mix between 90s Metallica and Hardwired. But overall, kind of an interesting listen, I'd say. And this song also, to me, has some of the best solo work from Kirk on the album. Again, kind of not really sure what to say in terms of why I like this song a lot, because again, definitely one of my favorites on here, but I'm definitely in general pretty curious of what people are going to say about this song. Especially I can see it not being for every fan, especially if you're a fan of just the first 3 or 4 albums. I'm not sure if this song is going to quite do it for you, and of course it'll depend on the fan, but for me, Inamorata, overall, I actually dig this song. It's definitely a journey of a song, and it's definitely a journey worth taking in my opinion. For me, one of the strongest songs on the album, and overall a strong way to close off the album. Again, definitely curious of what people are going to say about this song, but yeah, overall, for me personally, I dig this song. But yeah, overall, I think this is actually a pretty good album. I definitely enjoyed this album more than I expected. I knew I would at least like it, but not like it or enjoy it as much as I did here. But yeah, I might like this album more than Hardwired. Death Magnetic, I'm not sure. I mean, the highs on Death Magnetic are pretty impressive highs, at least in my opinion, at least with certain tracks like Judas Kiss and All Nightmare Long, Day That Never Comes, That Was Just Your Life, and some others. But this album, again, overall pretty good in my opinion, and an overall a great addition to the Metallica discography. But yeah, if I had to give this album a rating, I'd probably give it an 8.5 out of 10. Of course, my rating can change at any time, but as of now, I'm kind of probably going to go with an 8.5 to an 8.75 out of 10. But anyways, let me know your thoughts on this album. Do you love it? Do you hate it? Are you more towards the middle? Let me know some of your favorite or least favorite songs in here and all that good stuff. But anyways, thanks for watching. Please leave a comment, a like, subscribe. Have a nice day, and take care.